Welcome back to the podcast, episode number 10. Roll the intro.
Yeah, they call me a savage. I'm putting in work. I hustle and grind, I put in the time, get what I deserve. Savage.
What an intro, bro. What an intro.
Good. Episode 10, bro. So it's good.
Get in there.
We're tracking along good. Want to do 100, I reckon. I think we'll be a lot better at
A
speaking.
lot sharper.
Setting up with a bit of a garage show at the moment, but hopefully by episode 100 we'll have our own studio.
That's the plan.
Is the plan. So today we'll go over a bit of what we've been doing in training the last 2 days and sort of weeks, and then we'll go into a bit of the women's footy. You went up and watched the games in Newey, and I sort of watched most of them on TV. So yeah, let's start back at our training. Yesterday's session, did a bit of rehab to start off. David Gray rehab, some of his style is lower body basics, which is really good. And I've been implementing in my program because it's good for my Achilles stuff. So yeah, it's always good to go back when you're getting a bit injured.
Mm. Regression, I reckon. That's the way I'll look at it, especially going into that session that we did yesterday. I found just doing that breathing exercise at the start of it really sort of set the tone for the workout.
Simple and basic stuff.
It was
but
honestly,
it was tough.
It was tough, man. Like
Yeah.
just understanding how to obviously breathe properly, and then just leading that into the other stuff that we did after, which we'll go over. I just found myself just being really, really warm before we started. So
Yep. And what are your goals around training at the moment?
at the moment, it's obviously still my knees. You know, I'm still. I wouldn't say I'm struggling with my knees at the moment, but like I said on my Instagram post the other day, my knees were a bit cranky after that drive up to Newcastle. So it's just being pain free with that, and then I'm still along the lines of getting down that body fat percentage, which will be 10% hopefully in the next 2 months.
And why is it that, like, a lot of people say when they drive long distances or sitting for a lot of time, the knees, why is that the
You just
knees
get
always
stuck in that
always
position.
hurt?
You know, you taught me this when I first started doing stuff with you. You know, the hip shortens and the glutes lengthen, and you get stuck in that position for so long. Obviously, the muscles aren't working properly.
Yep.
And I found just being very good in terms of flexibility with my quad and my hip. I actually have to go downwards, so I have to go towards the knee to actually free that knee up. So yesterday when I did that car work with the flexion and extension, just really loosens up the joint, and then obviously I do a little bit of stretching after, which was the tib stretch after, and it really works, bro. So
And it's good to have the tools to be able to do a few things after when your knees get sore, you know what I mean? Like easy things.
and play around with it too. You know, there's no right or wrong for anyone. I feel like a lot of people just dial themselves into doing one thing in their program without actually just trying new things. So that's where I'm coming from with my stuff.
And we always say it that you got to regress to progress sometimes, and that's when what you're doing currently is like, you're dealing with a lot of pain and getting injured, then hey, maybe you need to dial back, build some foundations again, which is what I'm doing, and then progress from there. Like go back to running. Say we get a lot of runners that just want to keep pounding the pavement all the time. That's pretty hard because you're going to lose that fitness in those times that you're running currently. But also, you know what I mean? You're not going to progress further than that because you're always going to hit that wall. You're always going to hit that injury wall because your foundations or something's not working correct. And I feel like some of the rehab stuff connects to all that that we're doing. So the connection between the foot, the calf, the hamstring and the glute, all make sure it's working together.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are super important.
Yeah, and like take me through the session that we did yesterday, because I just followed your lead, bro, and I found like I'm pretty sore today, just like what you said as well. So we started off with those the monkey feet stuff. Take me through that, bro. What's the
monkey feet?
Yeah.
First?
Yeah.
So yeah, we did a lot of monkey feet or monkey foot.
Yeah. Monkey foot.
Is what we have is it connects to the dumbbell and then it connects to your foot, and you can do a lot of different exercises. I feel it just gives a different stimulus to what you're already doing, and you can do single leg stuff, which is good with it. So we did a hamstring curl first and supersetted it with a cable hip pull-in, and then we went to the monkey foot with the hip flexor, and then we did a machine hamstring. So going back to machines, as you know, we like using machines too. We're not against machines or anything. It's good to, jam on them for a bit
of volume too. I feel like I don't feel sore, but I can feel like I did something yesterday. And I feel like tomorrow we might be in a little bit more, a feeling stage. So
a few DOMs tomorrow.
That's for sure.
Yeah, so I like that sort of superset that we done. So monkey foot to machine to monkey foot the next set, and then just swap those body parts between each. And then since the hamstring, we done quads. Just
I couldn't keep up with you when it comes to the hamstring curls, because remember I told you last Friday I'd done the pancake, and I pretty much I posted that thing on Instagram. Everyone's probably looking at, man, this guy can move, but at the same time, no one knows that it's fraudulent. I was a little bit sore after. I think I've pulled something real close to the old hole, hamstring or adductor or something along those lines. Anyway, went to the session yesterday and I couldn't do too much, so I had to regress it, and that's why I did that flexion and extension stuff. So.
Are you really trying to pancake if you don't pull a muscle then?
Yeah, exactly.
I pulled it 2 or 3 times to trying to yank my pancake, which I try and teach people not to do. Yeah, but the ego gets in the way as usual, and you want to force that range of motion because you can get there, but you're sort of just rushing it a little bit, and bit of patience probably employed, and we coach against that stuff, but sometimes we're not perfect either.
You'll have to go fucking have a go, mate.
We don't have a perfect, live in a perfect world either, and we're not perfect all the time, but we've got to teach, safe training principles.
Mm-hmm. All right, today, bro, what did we get up to today?
We started a bit of a warm-up. We just done a quick warm-up, for our upper body sessions. I just done a little bit of dumbbell external rotation, straight into bar on the bench. We decided to go
incline today.
Yeah, incline bench today instead of our normal flat. Sometimes we exhaust our DS50 set, which is the 5 sets of 10. So we go into incline, which is a harder progression than a flat, I find anyway. And we started back, dropped it back just so we could make those 50 reps. And then we're going to progress each week like normal, just the progressive overload style. And I feel if we can get to, I reckon even 90.
I reckon 90 would be good.
90 for 5 sets of 10.
70 kilos feel pretty.
Yeah, we did only 70 for 50 reps. So every minute on the minute we did those reps. Hopefully I can edit in the intro of what we done today and then sort of do a post, because I know a lot of people ask on Insta what we do. I wish I could get those programs and out to people a bit more. It's just, it takes a lot of work.
Just time, man.
Just filming and trying to film when you're trying to train, and then get home, then you got to load it onto the computer, and then it just doesn't happen like that. Some people think, you know what I mean? They leave me with a question.
Send me a program, bro.
Send me a program. They leave me with a question mark. It just takes time, and we've got other things that we sort of got to get through as well. So all that just takes time, and I actually got a vlog of me training in here doing that DS50, so that's there for the uploading just whenever I get to it.
And then straight after that, some dumbbell work. We went to some incline chest press again, 3 sets of 10. Yep.
Staying pretty light, like a 6-7 out of 10. Oh, it still felt pretty hard.
RPE.
Yeah, but we weren't maxing.
All right, so incline press after, then straight into some dumbbell row.
So incline, still staying light. We want to progress that each week. I think we started at 30 or 32 kilos.
Yep.
And then, I don't know, work our way up to 40s in 4 to 6 weeks. And then one arm row, kept that the same. I think that needs a little change up too, We just...
Yep. I wouldn't mind actually machining some row, to be honest.
But remember, on our Thursday sessions, we do a lot of back. That's why I felt we did a little bit too much push last time before Chrissy. So we'll add that in. And then chins and dips like usual. There's sort of our stock standard. Keeps the muscle mass.
10 minutes
Feel
of it.
Strong, athletic. And then we did the...
Oh, the curls.
What are they called?
I don't even know, bro. Butterfly curls, I want to call them.
Butterfly curls. We'll name them as that. So we done all that. And 40 minutes? We were pumping through. I think volume-wise, we'll add an extra set as we go along. And that was about it.
Good session, good stimulus. I always feel good after them.
Yeah, our goals around that is just, a lot of volume. I feel a lot more stronger. We don't need to max out on any lifts too much. Yeah, we're not really chasing. But even though we're not chasing, I know like when my bench is at a certain amount of 10 reps, I know what I can nearly hit maximally.
So for anyone, what would their goal be, for that DS50? Especially with DS50s, because that's, we live and breathe by that stuff. So
body weight.
Hey. So
That's
for someone
elite.
like myself, 110 to 20 kilos, 10 reps every minute for 5 minutes.
Yeah, so I hit body weight. Or over body weight.
Yeah,
Just
you're
over.
way past
Yeah,
body
but
weight.
and that will equal, at least you're pressing 1.5 times body weight. Yeah, I'll be over that. I'll be close, nearly hitting the 2 times body weight.
Okay.
After that, maybe. Yeah, so that's quite elite. Twice
That's
body
very
weight
strong.
on the bench.
Very
Yeah,
strong.
that's sort of that's been my lift. So I haven't been really a deadlifter, or it would probably go bench, squats, and then deadlifts if I had to put those 3 main ones in order. No Olympic lifting. Just haven't really got into it. I'd like to, always like to, but there's only so much time. Yeah, that's about it.
That's it for the programming stuff.
Yeah, let's get into
Actually, bro, what is your goals for your training this year?
mine's just to be
Haven't asked you that
consistent.
yet.
I want to put on a bit of muscle weight and just have an aesthetic look.
Yep.
I think that's important for me. Rehab, make sure I can get back to running. I don't like not being able to run because I have an injury. And hitting a few, actually I'll go head to toe, back bend. I want to do a dragon squat, which is like a
The fuck's a dragon squat?
tricky pistol squat with your leg that comes around the back.
I've seen them, sorry.
Super impressive.
Seen them on Instagram.
But I don't know. My legs feel a bit too tree trunky to get around. I don't know how they're gonna get around physically. But around those are my goals at the moment.
Okay, cool. Footy.
Women's footy.
Yeah, let's get into it, bro.
Good. Yeah.
What was your thoughts of the weekend?
Okay, first game was Gold Coast St. George.
Yep.
What stood out was the 2 fullbacks. They were gun.
Gold Coast has a good
I
fullback.
actually wrote their name down, but it's on my phone and it's I don't want to get it wrong. Damn it. But the 2 fullbacks, St. George and Gold Coast fullbacks really stood out, which is sort of what happens in those bit more open games. If you got a speedy fullback, then I was sort of impressed with those 2 ladies. The games are good. Jamie Soward is the coach of St. George. So you could sort of see, like, he's got a brilliant brain on him, like footy brain. Like, I played Newtown with him. I seen him a couple months ago before Chrissy.
When you came and watched.
Watched your team.
So
he's super switched on. So hopefully he's transferring his knowledge and his brain towards.
I think he is.
Yeah.
They play good footy.
They play pretty good footy, and you could tell sort of how he's been coaching and his sort of style as well. So that's pretty cool to see. And that was a close game.
That was a close. Oh,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
And then, the 2 fullbacks stood out. Who else in that game? The props. I think she was Māori and she played in the Indigenous game. She's very physical, which was good. And the
Next game, Brisbane and Roosters.
I missed that game.
Second phase footy. I think the Broncos.
Broncos are the top dogs.
Yeah, mate, the props, just really good players.
Yeah.
Can find bumpers, really good turn, and just a simple offload. Second phase footy, I feel like in Women's League could be a really a team who can do that will find some dominance there, and you can certainly see with a team like Brisbane Broncos, because every time that offload was done, the line's already back. So they're just making an extra 10 to 15 metres, if not a line break straight after, and then just quick play the ball. And it's all about that possession, right? You hold the ball the longest, and if you can get some second phase footy in there as well, you're going to be laughing all your way to the try line. So,
any standouts in that game?
Just the props, man.
Can you see that back row as well from
Roosters? Number 11.
Sorry about the names.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive us for the names, but number 11 for the Roosters, she's got some bang on her. She's very good at covering her inside and outside, and I thought her runs were really, really, really strong as well.
And maybe she was I think she might have came from St. George, maybe.
I wouldn't have a clue.
But the Roosters, their team, I think, got bit decimated. Like a lot of them left.
Yeah,
and went to para.
I think even I saw on Instagram. I think Corbin might have been sick too. McGregor.
Yeah.
I hope I got her fucking name right. Like I said,
Fuck, we're gonna get murdered in the comments.
Bro.
That's I apologize.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it all comes from love anyway. But yeah, she got sick as well. And then a lot of their players ended up moving on to like you said, to the Para Eels, which was the next game, which is the game that I was actually going up to watch and play, which is Kennedy.
Now we know the names of a few of the para players, which we've had dealings with, or your cousin.
Cousin Kennedy Charrington played a really good game. I always enjoy watching her play. She's actually obviously got a background in rugby union, but coming over to league was a good switch for her, I think. And she's playing some good footy.
Shout out Kennedy.
Shout out Kennedy. We'll probably get her on the podcast soon. I've probably got one or a couple of tips for you when it comes to footy. And one of them would be second efforts, mate. You're just like me.
The Charrington gene.
The Charrington gene, bro. Second efforts, man. That's just the only thing I could, give in terms of feedback. But the game, I thought there were some really good signs. Just some really, like when we talk about footy IQ, I feel like there were times when, getting tackled on the fifth tackle without kicking.
That pisses us off, like when we see little things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And, if you can dial into that sort of stuff, you're going to go a long way into winning more games. Other than that, like Maddie's drop goal after two, I was sitting down watching the game with Tiger, and we looked at it after and we were like, fuck, that was a pretty good kick, man. Under the pressure with a couple of seconds to go. Shows really good signs for the Parramatta Eels.
Yeah.
First win for them too.
Yeah. Anita went good. She's got a really strong pass, skill-wise. I sort of pick up on just those little things in the women's footy. Notice, like, some hookers are still picking the ball off the ground and then passing. Like, it's still
straight off the deck.
Yeah, straight off the deck, just that timing. Fifth tackle options have been very critical of you guys, but
needs to be done, I think.
Yeah, I think
when you come from when you've been playing footy for long enough and you can understand the game, the only thing that we're doing when we're talking like this is trying to make the game better. And I can certainly see that the women's rugby league is going to be big in the next couple of years. So super important.
Yeah, it's coming from a good place. We just mean it from a good place, but I think. Yeah, there's a big push at the moment to be like the men's already. And I'm like, just allow it to play out naturally instead of trying to force it. I don't think, I know there's a lot of pay equality type stuff between men's and women's in society first, and that's sort of getting pushed on these ladies. But with that comes a lot of pressure, and I don't think they need added pressure. You know what I mean? I think they just need to go through the steps of actually building the game up. Skill-wise, getting used to the pressure, the teams. You don't want to expand in a comp because their comp is only 6 teams at the moment. I think that's a good... I heard a woman speaking, Lena Doozy, I remember her name because I got a mate with the same last name. Maybe they're related. But she was saying a little clip of her said, like, I think 6 teams was good because anything out of that, that talent pool dilutes.
Yep.
It's like adding more teams to the NRL. There's only so much talent at the moment, and I think you need years to build that up.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Take your time. Like, don't put added pressure on the
no
women's footy game for no reason.
And there are people watching. Like, it was so cool to go up there to Newcastle.
Yeah, what was the crowd like?
Like, it was big. It was
a
big crowd, and there was plenty of support. Having conversations with some fathers in the crowd. My daughter was supposed to play today. She didn't end up playing because she's injured or something like that. It just goes to show that the game is getting bigger for our ladies, and I'm super excited for the upcoming season and certainly in the next couple of years as well.
Do you know what also is real good with the ladies is their social media followings? They got big social media followings. We know Kennedy's big and she does it real well, and they all do it real well. And I've seen like a few younger girls, and she was posing for photos with them, and I don't know if they did come through like, those different avenues of social media, but I think that's big for the women's game.
I think this is my take on it. I think the women's rugby league will be eventually bigger than the men's.
You reckon?
Because of that. because they get so much support, bro. You know what I mean? And then, like, they're not, you know, I feel like there's a lot of male footy players. This is my opinion, all right? But you go and coach a woman and you go and coach a man, all right? The girls, they fucking listen to you.
Yep.
Why? Because they're striving to be constantly better, you know? Sometimes when you talk to a guy, especially that age group where they're, you know, on the cusp 19 to 21, there's still brick walls, bro. But, you know, you can say that the same way that we speak to, you know, a lady, and they soak it all up, bro. And they apply the stuff straight away. So that's my belief anyway. I believe the game is going to get pretty big for them.
I think
I'd love to be involved too. So anyone else, any of you teams want to get the old Ches in there, I'd love to be involved.
I love seeing the social media side because obviously I make my living off social media and doing Instagram and TikTok and whatnot, and I think that's a very, very valuable thing that they don't probably know what they can make of it yet, and it's just big. But all that exposure on TV and whatnot can filter back to their social media, and they can build their own brand for themselves. Like, it's so powerful these days, and even if they're not getting paid by the NRL as much, they can figure out a stream of income through that. And that's sort of, I'm actually pretty passionate about that side of things as well. And, you know, building your own personal brand. Kennedy's big, obviously, and we sort of know her. So, yeah, I think she's got a lot of leverage.
Yeah, a lot of leverage.
Player. Like, that's exposure. You know, in a new platform, she does it well. And even the rugby sevens girls, I had a few doing the mobility stuff when they were at the Olympics. All their TikTok stuff is huge. They got big followings off it as well. And then, you know, and that's another avenue. Like, you don't have to get paid by the NRL or by your governing body. You can start your own brand. It's way better too. You don't, it's a, you know, you're always at the mercy of the club, the NRL. You got to listen to someone. You can actually be your own boss and start your own brands. If it's a clothing label, coaching course, all those things, I think it's just a little avenue to look into. I know how powerful it can be.
100%.
If anyone wants to reach out, I'll tell you how to work it. It's easy.
Mean.
Any other standouts? Could be a standout of the whole round.
The whole rounds? Maddie Sutton. That drop goal.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, that's the first drop goal that's been done. You know what I mean? And, like, cool, calm, collective. Like, it takes a good player to understand the game enough. And even the way that she was propping herself up to look like she was going to throw the ball, everyone was sort of, the line wasn't ready for the kick. The crowd wasn't ready for the kick, but she was. Yep. That just goes to show that she knows what she's doing.
I'll go Parramatta number 13.
13.
Tofa.
Okay.
Tofa?
Okay.
Taufa.
Strong
and tough. Man, she's an animal in the middle. Yeah, so there's a few good shots, few big hits. I remember the number 13 for St. George hit that play off the kickoff when they were, when Gold Coast was coming back, and it was a turning point until at the scrum they went out the sideline straight away. So just those little things, that piss us off. But the men do it as well, but just not as frequently. Just coach killers, less of those.
Coach killers hurt the brain.
But good. That's it. We'll try and touch on the women's footy each week because we know a lot of people involved, so we'll always be watching. And, yeah, it's good for them to get a bit of coverage and, I don't know, hear our shitty opinions on it and shut the fuck up. But, yeah, we're all good.
All right, bro. So yesterday was our rehab session. Today was our den strength session and a little bit of the women's rugby league.
Done, bro.
Mean cuz. Thank you.
Chat. Sorry, back with the names of the ladies because I got my phone. Emma Tonagato from Saints. She was the fullback. Vania Paletti, I think. Tofa was the 13 from Parramatta. And I actually liked Fanacolo from Newcastle on the wing.
Yep.
She was gun, go forward, like very Brian To'o as well. And
Frank's sister played too, bro?
Ah, yeah, Frank. Did he answer his phone to use this? Oh, actually, one more shout out. Dion, Skux. He said, give me a shout out. So this is your shout out. Yeah, Briggsy, good dude. So, Frank, come on, answer your phone, bro.
Answer your phone, bro. Nah, he reckons his son had the phone. When I was chilling out with Tiger, I was trying to get in contact with him to come down and say hello. But it was pretty cool, man. Even mate, she walks like Frank, runs like Frank, hits like Frank. It was good to watch her play too. Netta.
How many women's
Siblings.
players do we know? Like a
Women's
lot.
then heaps, bro.
And I even noticed a lot through the Indigenous Māoris game that were out there playing. So
Mhm.
hopefully I'll pick them up as we watch more of and they get more coverage. So cool.
Me?
Peace.
Yeah, they call me a savage. I'm putting in work. I hustle and grind, I put in the time, get what I deserve. Savage.